with the offensive line and the way they're designing plays and everything they got going on down there. That's a situation where Zach Taylor tells Ohio people, need you in here, okay? Enough with the booze.
You just say, man, listen, I kept having to go shit. I was just about to say that, but like, just say you have to go to his bathroom,
right.
you
I
ate
don't
some
know
shit.
Ohio
You don't know
people
what's going on.
but I do know them pretty well. This guy,
Ain't
why don't you show up 10
Ain't
minutes
nobody
ago?
gonna question the man's bowel movement.
There is a chance that happens, but how do you think the response will be from this, and what do you think Bengals fans are thinking heading into a big orange out in the jungle?
I think fans, the response will be positive. I think they do need to have a hot start to this game. That would definitely help. But yeah, I think the fans are probably pretty upset that they've started so poorly in the past. They're like, all right, hey, we need to do our part to make sure that we have a hot start because we know we have a good team, but we've kind of got behind the.
See, right now, I should just be jumping, bro. Like right now, I'm damn near straight. I'm at 62.
They play that a
but
lot
then that shit in the middle of a gunfight, I jump up to like 170.
They better.
And then back down to 90.
I don't really call a bunch. I do remember after. I remember Andy Dalton tell me one time they came out to, I think, Katy Perry Roar or something. And it didn't work. Andy said, I don't know who came up with it, but it did not work. It probably shouldn't have.
Some of those stadiums are ass whenever it comes to music, playing,
game day atmosphere,
the vibes, the in-between quarters, what we're doing, the timeouts. You know, they try new games. We had a new game at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Nah, for real.
Tic-tac-toe with the garbage can toss. Used to be just the garbage can toss. The thing.
Oh, you motherfucker! I knew that was him. I had to go for him, gang. Nigga just put me up.
Very rarely did they hit. If they hit, it was a celebration.
Right.
So
he hit me with that ripper. That shit was ass, bro.
To get the tic-tac-toe board. There was a lot of misses.
Now I know where he at. His homie on Tall Building.
People are getting a little bit eager in there. But the teams that do that right, I do think it's an advantage. I think the home field advantage is real. And I think the stadium and the DJ and how they can help. You know, they can kind of guide how we do this thing. Don't you think, AJ, with where we've been and what we've seen these days?
Yeah, and like you talk to the people that run, like that are in pretty good franchises, it's their full-time team that's what they do. Like game day environment, atmosphere, when they play the music, when you stop it, when you start it. I mean, remember, was it Buffalo in between when they're during the timeout and all the players are playing air guitar and all that stuff? Like, it's a real thing. And I think if you're in the NFL and you don't know it, you don't have a great atmosphere, go talk to some of these college places because we've been to some of these college stadiums where they have it dialed in. They know what to do.
Juice. You know, because there's a lot of distractions in the modern world. Okay, so we need to keep everybody dialed, and we need to keep everybody's energy up. Because as soon as they sit down and get done, right to their phone, and probably right to whatever drink they have. And
like he was giving them the signal.
You're in this building. You're not helping anything right now. You're certainly there.
You
so
never
it's like
know,
the juice
I
and the way you have it all
nobody.
flowing is a big deal. Zach Taylor said, can we get there for the beginning and again?
Please. Just this one.
Cincinnati has a great tailgating scene, though. I will say. I got a chance to see it one time. They got great setups everywhere. I'm sure there are people that like to celebrate football. Zach saying, just for the first one, is there any way you can be in there? This Jacksonville Jaguars team ain't the same old Jaguars, okay? Actual good team this year, from what everybody is saying. Shout out to Liam Cohen and Stoner. Joining us now, Super Bowl champion, head coach of the Green Bay Packers, formerly with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, a man that we get a chance to chat with every single week.
No, I know what you mean.
Ladies and gentlemen.
He wasn't reacting like this. It was a surprise. Like, the nigga just got shot.
Coach, you look amazing. I like the Kangol, but... Oh, it's not a Kangol. It's a hat.
With a sticker on. Oh, wow.
Who's that behind you, Coach?
AJ Hawk. I mean, he made the request last week, so we accommodated him. When I got me an AJ Hawk microphone, too. I'm just trying to follow AJ's lead here. So I'm trying to fit in around it.
AJ, what does that mean?
I don't know, bro, but they both hold each other's hands.
Coach Mike McCarthy?
I sent a text. Actually, I sent a text while he was still on the show from my keyboard. I said, hey, Coach, you got to put a picture of me next time.
No, I'm saying.
Hey, go follow AJ there,
we
Coach.
got it,
Don't
but we ain't
grow his
finished it.
hair back? Is that what he's doing right now, you think?
Yeah, no, it looks good. You have to ask Laura that. I'll stay out of that one.
Coach, that's a smart man.
Good coaching.
That's good coaching right there. Coach, obviously you have a lot of history in Green Bay. You're currently in Green Bay. Obviously the ties to Mike are very deep as well with not only your connection with the Dallas Cowboys, but now he's potentially living in the neighborhood
homie is up like
you
a
stay
kill.
in currently. What are your thoughts on
actually,
where the
they
Green
both
Bay
up a
Packers
kill.
are right now?
I'm 1-2
What are your
against
thoughts
both
on their debut against the Detroit Lions? And is there a buzz up there? I know you haven't been able to be around the city since you left, but is there a buzz in Green Bay like, hey, maybe this is a year the Packers can go on a run?
Oh, definitely. No, there's definitely a big buzz. I mean, everywhere I know I go, that's probably the first or second question is, how's Micah doing, and how's he going to be here in Green Bay. So being at the game, definitely felt the buzz. I mean, just to hear him, when they announced, and
everyone turns man. If you're gonna get music,
I got a kick out of watching him, on the side.
There goes homie. Look at these things. Look at this bitch.
Getting ready to go.
Come on up here.
Him around 30 plays.
You want to.
But just from the first time he got in, that first third down, the pressure, because I mean, Micah has an effect. I mean, the defensive backs are definitely gonna benefit from it in the defensive pass, in pass defense, and I think definitely the other guys up front. But I was very impressed with the Packers. I thought they played at a really high level from the start of the game all the way through, and I was very impressed with their defensive front.
Are the Lions dead, Coach? Are the Lions absolutely dead out there? That's Foxy, who's a Detroit Lions fan, in the back going, in there. But whenever all this starts happening with all the turnover and change, and obviously you hope that you're able to just pick up right where you left off.
I think it's below me.
Like, what are your thoughts on the Detroit Lions after watching their game with the Packers?
Well, I'll say this, and we talked a little bit about this last
week
before the Cowboys and Eagles game. I mean, division games are the most important. They're the best games of the regular season. I've always loved the format of playing the division games at the end of the year. I thought when the league went to that 10 or 12 years ago, that was a great move. But division games in week 1 are a bitch, and I think it was 9 of the 16. 9 of 16 games in week 1 were division games. So
hey, I gotta get somewhere and grab Lodi.
That's a tough deal. And I think for especially opposing teams, going into that stadium week 1. So
I'm getting on top of Crane game.
The Lions. I mean,
this nigga just coming back over here and saying we still up in here. I can't believe this
situation. And coming out of training camp, you got September football and things like that. But the speed of the game is something you're always very conscious of as a coach. Play style, getting your play style established. The time clocks and both the run protection and pass game are all things that the defense.
I really thought they was out the game, bro. And there was one person left. No
Detroit will be fine.
Okay, I think Foxy likes to hear that. Yeah, absolutely.
Love that, Coach. And
I had 18 kills, bro. Them niggas, I think the most they had on their team, bro, was like fucking 6, bro. Like,
they didn't get any time.
Like, y'all wasn't even doing shit. Y'all was out here chilling, waiting in the cut.
They play in the preseason, I think.
Y'all wasn't putting in work. Y'all wasn't out here in these streets.
Well, I think the biggest thing is
you niggas was in the crib.
Linemen as a whole have the biggest challenge, coming out of training camp.
But it's cool. I'm gonna go grab this bounty and get to work.
If you look at the way, the off-season programs are established now, and
I'm gonna be real, them niggas really don't be together like that.
In training camp, but that's a big.
I done caught both of them niggas lacking by themselves every
last year, and and the best thing that can happen to them is they practice every day, keep playing, get connected with the with the other guys, and that's no different than in Detroit or any of the other teams that are playing, offensive linemen for the first time.
I'm gonna go see if I can snatch this bounty in time right here.
That's the most important thing. You have to go through it. It is week 1. You'll be better off, forward as time goes on. But that's just part of the challenge in today's NFL.
I think that's happening tonight to Green Bay, right? There's going to be a couple of rookies out there.
Well,
looks like it.
Second-year guy, one of them, but he didn't play much last year. So yeah, I mean, all intents and purposes, pretty much.
2 young offensive linemen on a short week, okay, against Detroit Lions defense and team that has been kind of counted out all week. I wonder how it'll go for the Green Bay Packers offense. Did we know that you were going to be getting introduced back there? That was about this. We should have been sending congratulations that you're getting on it. Turn that up.
Well, I'm sorry.
Damn,
to bring it up in the
over there.
Listen to that place.
Absolutely.
Is that their boy?
Hey, that had to be
Doug get old, that's for sure.
Yeah, tell us about it. What was that? You're just getting back?
It was a celebration. This is the alumni weekend for the Packers, and I was invited to go as part of the Super Bowl 45 celebration. And obviously a lot of guys weren't able to attend for the timing of it. It was great. We had Saturday night. We had a dinner, a lot of laughs. I haven't laughed that hard and that long into the evening.
All 3 of them on me. Yeah, I know, bro.
So that was a great time. And then just to hang out with the players from all the different generations and get to see guys we obviously haven't seen each other in quite some time. So it was real. I had a ton of fun. And then to be honest with you, I didn't know what to really expect with the halftime.
And I'm about to see these niggas get fly with me.
We're just going to walk out there and as a group and say hello. But that was obviously very, very special.
Okay, so Man, that had to feel so good getting out there.
It ain't too many motherfuckers.
That's a loud bob. The tip of the cap is the right play too. By the way, I think that's good because it's more demonstrative. Everybody can see it. I think that's a good play. Natural in the pocket right there. I think you did well.
Well, when a hair says on the back of your neck, you got to definitely acknowledge the crowd. I was blown away by it. It was definitely special.
Well earned, well deserved for a Yinzer out there in Green Bay. Go ahead, AJ.
Coach, after week 1, I feel like a lot of these teams, a lot of fan bases, freak out one way or the other. Like if a team lost,
you think these niggas on music? Where you at, Flo? You want to grab your shit?
A big home victory, and some of the loudest
fans. Let me know, gang. I gotta pull up on you.
This is the best team that's ever existed in Indianapolis right now, and they're gonna make a run and go undefeated, win the Super Bowl. How do you kind of temper it either way? I guess whether you win or lose week 1, like how do you not overreact?
No, I think that's the part of our job as coaches and players. Just keep it about football, and that's where I think I know every team I've been a part of. That's why you grind the way you do, and that's why you schedule the way you schedule during the week and so forth. But yeah, that's obviously very normal. We understand it. You love the fans and their energy, and so
then I got to keep my distance from Faison. He got them
especially now. I think it's a 17-game season. There's so much football that needs to be played, and then the fact that the Packers have 2 linemen out tonight.
Yeah, if I run a paralyzer, I don't think I can put this grapple hook down.
To a big game.
I think that's my real issue.
I know we'll talk about that here in a minute. But
otherwise, I would.
It's a long, long year, and you have to keep that in play here. And it's all about stacking success, and success sometimes early in the season doesn't always come with the final score.
Yeah, but with the way Indianapolis played, you could see how those people would be excited. You could see Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
He's putting the dimes in Danny Dimes. Quentin Nelson leading, screaming, talking, motivating. Did you see that, AJ? Quentin Nelson's the vocal leader of this Indianapolis Colts team.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Every time.
In the first round out of Ohio State. This guy's unbelievable.
He's a rookie and he's a savant already.
And the defense, don't even get me started. You know about Gabagool and Romo?
I'm flying right towards this nigga.
He's got a full charcuterie board. Wow.
Pies on in front of Danny
right towards this
nigga. Bortolini is snapping the ball out here. I mean, it's unbelievable. We got the squad. Now, Shane Steichen's job is to let all of them know.
I will say these niggas are playing.
Right? That is kind of what the coach's job and the messaging is. Or do you hope your culture is already established and everybody understands that after week?
I break one, the other one's coming out of nowhere to save his ass.
That's all part of the ride. It's all part of the development and the maintenance of it. So it's obviously great to have that energy. I recall you and I talking about Daniel Jones.
And I ain't gonna lie, that nigga, bro, that nigga Kendrick going crazy, bro. He got 15.
Back in 2019, and I'm just
he got 15, Faison got 8.
That success, because I think.
And then homie Guns got 7. We gotta get a third game.
Back in our league.
He can run, brother. He can run. Nobody's talking about it.
And he can take a shot.
Helmet to helmet, first quarter. Who cares? Gets right up. Wow, that was a pretty big little shot there. Am I gonna flex? No flex. Don't need one. Don't need one. Ty has a question for you, Coach.
Coach, you mentioned Micah Parsons was kind of chomping at the bit on Sunday to get out there. If you're the head coach of the Packers, if you're Matt LaFleur, how do you handle how many snaps he's going to get tonight? You mentioned 45%. I think he played 29 of the 65 defensive plays. How difficult is that when you have a game like this, on prime time and everything, and also he's going to affect the game, but you also understand, hey, we have a lot more we want to accomplish here, and maybe I don't need to be putting him out there on every single third down to get after Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Matt is to just stick to his plan. I mean, he's going to obviously have a plan going into the game, and I think obviously make sure you have plenty of time for the fourth quarter, to adjust that, make sure that plan accommodates that, because trust your people too. I mean, sports science.
I lie for my niggas too sometimes. I remember that.
You got to listen to it. It's week 2, coming off of a short week.
Of course, you beat me by 1.
You didn't have much time in training camp, so you just got to be smart. And hey, if you tell Micah 20, he's going to win 30. If you tell him 30, he's going to win 40. So I just think the most important thing is stick to the plan.
No, we don't need one game.
I think Micah knows that.
I'm excited to see Micah get out there and get after it. Third downs.
Ready up.
Ready up. Third downs, he has to be out there, especially with Jaden now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think that you go to the first third down in the game. I mean, when he came onto the field, the crowd erupted, and he had a defensive pressure, affected the time clock. So, yeah, definitely. I mean, situationally, I think you'll definitely see him there.
Defensively, what do you do against Jaden? Are you trying to get the middle of the pocket? Or are you trying to keep him in pocket? We're trying to keep him in there. He's got.
You got to keep him in. You got to keep him in there. Number one, you got to set the edges. Speed to fire with the anchor, but he is really good at A and B gaps. His A and B gap escape is, for a young guy, as good as I've seen. I mean, Aaron, to me, was the best that I've seen, and he did it forever from 2008 all the way through. But that A and B gap release you saw last week on the Thursday night with Jalen Hurts. I mean, these guys that can step up and slide through the A and B gaps and make big plays. That's going to be the huge challenge for Green Bay's defensive line. I thought those guys played exceptional. I thought that the defensive line for the Packers, all the way across, played well, but they got to keep him in the pocket, especially the rushing yards that he can produce. And I think he's being very smart and selective when he does run too. And all the way around, this is an offense that's going to move the ball. Ball distribution is excellent, but his ability to run is second level. On top of this guy can make all the throws too now. So. He is a young, special quarterback.
Let's talk about Cliff Kingsbury. Obviously, he had some hype around becoming a head coach. He's the offense coordinator for the Washington Commanders last year. Obviously, sensational year with the rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels. Maybe the best of all time whenever it comes to a rookie quarterback, especially if they were able to go on the run that we all thought they were going to be able to go on this year, only getting better, it seems. What is he like as a play caller? Do you do a diagnosis of all other play callers, or how do you kind of judge other guys that are making play calls?
Well, first of all, like I said, you got 4 really good play callers in up this week. So I thought both Matt Hafley called a very good game in week 1 for the Packers, and same with Joe Witten.
I don't know, Birdie will be here. He might probably win the game
for Washington. So I think all the way. I know that's what I'm going to be watching, but yeah, I think Cliff does an exceptional job getting the ball distributed. I mean, their perimeter, they got playmakers throughout the perimeter.
Oh, he talking about? It's Danny up in here. That's what he's talking about.
First completions, and Washington, I think, was probably 82% of their plays last week.
I don't know if Danny be cheating, but
Packers was even higher, probably 87%.
I know it's a lot of motherfuckers in starred ass.
Big numbers of total plays, but they do a really good job getting the ball distributed. Both Jordan Love and Jaden.
82% rush and completion percentage for the Washington Commanders, probably more for the Packers. What is like a winning number there? Is that a stat that you rely on?
About 75%, yeah. Something, as a goal, a goal is an offense. We always would talk about.
For sure.
72 plays.
I got a little football game I got to go to, but I'll be back around like 7:30. I'll be on.
So obviously, time of possession, all it benefits
before you leave,
your whole football team, field position, keeping your defense off the field. Obviously, taking care of the ball is a priority, but on a 72-play game, 75% of that would be 55. 55 was always the golden number. If you had rushes plus completions, it was 55 or more. You're going to have a big day on offense. So the fact that they didn't have a lot of total plays last week, which happens, the kind of games that they were in, but the fact that is their efficiency on offense, both for Washington and Green Bay, was really high.
Well, if you can get 55 out of 72, that's obviously dependent upon the speed, power, anchoring of the
this motherfucker wasn't here.
Line. No. You know what I mean? So there's a lot.
There you go.
There you go. A guy you made a lot of magic with, obviously, on the offensive side of the ball. Aaron Rodgers now started his brand new era in your hometown of Pittsburgh. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Coach, I don't know if you've seen, no big deal. Aaron is leading the league in touchdowns. That's 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. How did you think the first game for Aaron went, and how do you think him and Artie Smith kind of went through the game together?
I think it went just like his whole career.
TTV, Puka.
Versus interceptions. I mean, it's
That's
just
his boy,
amazing.
too.
His discipline, in decision making. But no, I thought he looked very comfortable. I thought he just, played to the tempo of the offense. I mean, the only negative was the sacks, but I mean, he just has to get a feel for those guys because, as I touched on earlier, the A and B gap release in the pass game. I mean, that's a huge strength of his. So, but yeah, I thought those guys, I thought they definitely looked on the same page, and he looked really comfortable in the offense.
Yeah, and he was happy to get a win against the Jets. I'll tell you that.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah, he was pretty pumped up about it, brother. Connor has a question for you, Mike.
Yeah, Coach, young quarterback. I won't say rookie. We've been saying rookie, but it was his first career start, and he missed his entire rookie year. J.J. McCarthy in prime time. He had about 2.5, 3 quarters of absolute shites, but then he turned it on turn the whole game around and ended up winning for the Vikings. What did you think about his first performance? Did you expect kind of a slow start and then for him to settle in? And when you were a coach and you were dealing with quarterbacks, whether it was their first year or first start or, first start with a new team, was there any advice you would give some of the younger quarterbacks, some tricks of the trade maybe while you were coaching some of those younger guys?
Yeah, I'll just work backwards first. I think you definitely coach it. You definitely want your guys to, make that first impression when you do have the rookie quarterback. I just remember one story. We had Alex Smith in San Francisco, and Mike Nolan wanted to make sure he made a huge impression on the offensive guys in the first mini camp. So we had spent a bunch of time with him prior to that mini camp.
No, this nigga did.
And then when he's first almost look at the other quarterbacks because he, technically wasn't on campus at that time. So when he stepped in the huddle and was able to communicate very well, that he
and this nigga is using my shit to get away from me, bro, to perfection.
I'm cognizant of, and as you go through it,
I don't know.
It gives the young man an opportunity to really express himself, and that's really what I would go to.
That grapple hook, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
Within your personality, but the command is critical for the offense.
And you took the wrong motherfuckers load
young
out.
quarterbacks. And going back to the
and
first part
nigga
of the question,
ain't got shit on.
I didn't see the early part of the game. Frankly, I actually when I got home,
bro, what the fuck?
All the
I just lagged all the way back here.
I just
on the ground, walking.
Back in my conversation up there. I went to the Michigan Pro Day 2 years ago.
That's crazy, bro. I'm not nowhere near you, gang. I'm pulling up, but
all the things that have been said about him, all the great things that have been said about him this week is, I had a conversation with Jack Harbaugh, Mr. Jack Harbaugh, and I think anytime, Mr. Jack or Mrs. Jackie Harbaugh speak, I always listen. And
that was his Danny that took my shit.
How the kid is loved by everybody in the university. He would play baseball with his grandson up at the indoor facility in the winter, but he's just that guy. He was that guy at Michigan.
Where the arm at?
And and that always, to me, always plays well.
It was on leadership role. Don't worry about it.
In the locker room with your teammates and so forth. So it was nice to see him get off. Not get off to that start, but have that kind of those kind of moments in a game because that's now that's a standard that I know he will hold himself to, and obviously that's a big day for the Minnesota Vikings.
Jack Harbaugh, who's got it better than us? No.
Yeah, I don't know if they're talking about Danny as the cheater, but he definitely.
If you think about Jim Harbaugh being JJ's coach, the amount of things that he has said in leadership and framing and mentality, and then the story comes out about JJ in the huddle saying, "Is there anywhere else you'd rather be, boys?" Yeah, that's what I thought. Little Jim.
There you go.
Maybe a little Jim Harbaugh in him throughout its entirety. It was fun to watch him. Okay, tonight 3.5-point spread. Coach Mike McCarthy. Now, you didn't make an official pick last week. You won't make an official pick this week. But you leaned heavily into an undefeated start in picking games. Just want to let you know that. 3.5 points is what Washington is getting in Lambeau. If you were a friend of yours, like let's say, I don't know if you consider us friends, but let's say me.
Yeah.
Okay, and you were to be advising me on how you think this game goes, what would your prediction of the game be if that was the case?
Well, I definitely got to put everything out there. I'm technically a fan this year, so I got 3 teams I'm really rooting for.
He killed himself ASAP.
Pittsburgh, Green Bay, and Dallas.
Immediately.
So those are the 3 teams I'm really watching closely. But as a pure teammate of your show, I think number one, this is going to be a hell of an NFC game. And not too many times, especially when you think about it as a player coach, they go, man. Week 2 could have playoff implications. I think this game,
pulling back
you look at Washington, you think about, NFC Championship game. You got a playoff team, an older team, an established team.
I ain't seen Faison popping the kill feed this entire fucking game.
Play style. I thought they were fast. I thought they were physical. I mean, you know what you're going to get. And but also being there live, watching Green Bay last week, I think I was really, really impressed with their team speed and the way they were flying around. I love Jordan Love, especially early in the game. I thought Matt did an excellent job sticking with the run, after they struggled a little bit in the first half.
He know what he got to use against me.
I think both teams are definitely going to have to stop the run. Green Bay's going to have to keep Jaden, and keep his rushing yards down to have success. But it's at Lambeau Field, and I think it's going to be a great night for the green and gold.
Okay. All right. We appreciate that. We will read into that exactly how I think Tone was reading into that to make himself feel a little bit better. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Thanks for the A.J. Hawk photo in the back. Thanks for the great lighting. You look cool again. I mean, you're really crushing it for us.
Just trying to fit in. I got to get some black shirts, it looks like. But
I see it.
Hang out with the guy.
You think he going back for a shit?
Yep. That's a good call.
Great call, Coach.
That's observance.
At least I thought he was.
It definitely helped me a little bit. Let's be honest.
I'm not saying that. That was you. That was
it's on me now.
I'm on the internet.
All three of them.
Ladies
I
and
don't know
gentlemen,
which
Super
one
Bowl
is
winning
which.
coach.
Sound like it's all them niggas.
It's going to be a good night for green and gold here.
Oh, I'm getting double teamed. Oh, it's Danny, bro. Who the fuck is who, bro?
Such a good game.
AJ, why weren't you at that? I didn't want to.
Bro, that's a strategy I got to start implementing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. All three of them niggas got the same skin, bro.
And stuff happen on weekends, so I couldn't get there.
Would love to make all
that
the
same exact.
Maybe November,
bro.
December, it's a little easier to get there on Sunday.
That happens a lot. So many things.
And then this nigga picking up my shit.
That's
cool. I got something for you.
Biggest
Watch this
asshole
little bitch.
of all time. And then whenever they're there, and I'm wherever I'm at, which I certainly could not make it, get a couple texts making me feel bad about it. And then it's always like, man, you don't think I wish I was much rather there. Now, there's a couple times.
Sometimes.
You get a chance to hang out with the daughter a little bit. You miss it all. You want to do that. But it's like, that seemed like a magical weekend there. How about Mike McCarthy getting a chance for the first time?
Uh-oh, they're behind me.
Whole career. So just like kind of reap an applause that he had definitely sowed for years and years there in Green Bay. And now he's calling the place home. That had to feel so good for him. I'm happy that happened.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That motherfucker's
especially the way he
dumb far.
And it wasn't even really his fault. It's just, things kind of ran their course. There was always the stories about like him and Aaron stopped getting along, or whatever the case may be. And he did kind of have like an unceremonious exit from Green Bay, which wasn't necessarily fair. A lot of fans kind of.
And I ain't gonna lie, them niggas start playing weird as a bitch because they keep picking up my shit when I die.
5 and
like
9,
these niggas ain't got
or
loadouts.
something like that, and they fired him during the season. And Joe Philbin was the interim coach for the rest of the way. So
did this nigga
the fact that
buy
he
loadout?
Come back and celebrate like that, and also the fact.
Oh boy, I swear to God, you lucky I ain't got no Fury on.
So like the environment in the stadium on top.
This
of
nigga bought loadout.
It was a perfect day. Like I'm super happy for him. It was awesome.
Matter of fact, hold on, let me switch up the game chat and cuss dog out.
I assume a lot of your friends were there getting a chance to get recognized.
Oh yeah, I was getting texts from him, but yeah, I like that coach can he accepted. Like we're telling him, hey, this is awesome, and he's not trying to deflect or whatever. He's a very humble dude, but he's like, yeah, this was amazing. He said, it doesn't get old, obviously. I think it's really cool that he understands. He's like, yeah, this place is amazing. That's why I moved back here. Like he lives there now. It's pretty sweet.
The hair standing up on his neck, he said.
No, I ain't left yet. Hold on, no. Them niggas, the star niggas got on my ass. They about to put that nigga down now. Told you.
Okay, I'll do it.
Hold on, let me get on the couch real quick.
There, but he's too busy throwing.
That's why your bitch ass died. Why you didn't buy the homie back, you dumbass nigga? Just got smoked. I brought you back to buy Brody back. What are you doing? You playing weird.
At least Darren.
Yeah.
I'd let that nigga know.
Yeah, okay. Double it.
10.
Yeah, with 250 on the ground.
Derrick Henry high school numbers.
Bingo.
You know what's crazy? You right. That's really my fuck up. I need to be mad at myself. This nigga.
This guy.
Where the nigga phase on at, bro? These niggas not the game anymore.
Talks to that guy.
This guy is kind of the other guy.
This guy is the other guy. Whenever it comes to this particular setting, he's also the voice of Thursday Night Football on Prime, alongside Al Michaels, kicking off every NFL weekend for us in a wonderful fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, commentating a huge game tonight, and then we'll have an electrifying weekend. Both at game day and Tennessee, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirk Herbstreit.
Yay, Herbie!
How we doing, boys?
Okay, so you're at a hotel in Green Bay right now? We got some great.
Yeah, I'll give you the view here.
Oh yeah, I know where he's at. We know where that is.
This nigga really bought loadout just to get smoked.
Ooh.
No, I know what hotel it does that.
Okay. Peter!
Yeah.
All right, how about this?
I'm on my way.
There you go.
That's the hotel we were in for the draft, isn't it?
You know these niggas pulling up. Oh, mad trip mines down there.
History right there, brother.
I mean, and by the way,
that's crazy.
Look at the weather. Yeah. I mean, AJ, Ty, can it get any better?
No. Wow. Wait, he's in here.
Hey, where's those? Zoom in on Lambo. What you're looking at here is a place.
Somebody's in here, bro.
Basically, one of the front runners.
You see, he putting your mind down.
Growth and development, their passion, their fan, their history.
He in this corner right here.
Historic Lambeau Field with Steve Sable in the NFL films became the standard of.
Sit your ass down, nigga.
Production for.
Sit your ass down. Give me my gun back, bitch. Give me your shit, ho.
Had a vision of all these.
Yeah, star niggas ain't good.
Thursday Night Football on a streaming service.
Wow. Times have changed.
This is the future. This is everything. How do you feel about tonight's game? We just got to talk
about
Mike McCarthy. He feels good about the green and gold. He will be going to the game. I hope you get a chance to say
great.
He's a Yinzer legend, obviously. Good guy. Loves ball. Loves the Green Bay area and loves the Packers.
Yeah,
you love Jaden Daniels coming out of college. You actually told us, hey, the one nobody's talking about right now is Jaden Daniels. He's going to be the guy. It was Army-Navy game. We're in the parking lot in Foxborough, and you said it, and it ended up being very true last year, and it seems like it's only going to continue and grow. How do you think tonight goes, and who do you think should be getting
a little bit more of the
conversation?
I be wanting to run double ripper so bad, turn that nigga into a chicken nugget. So bad.
This game, I think Micah Parsons coming in adds to the intrigue, but I think even before that, this game is about as good as you could hope for us. For our opening game to start our season.
That nigga missed every shot.
You mentioned Jaden Daniels. This is the team that went all the way to the NFC Championship game a year ago, and Dan Quinn's first year just changed this, really the trajectory of the franchise. And I think having Jaden Daniels obviously helped. But you bring over Deebo Samuel now for Cliff Kingsbury, another weapon, another opportunity to kind of move him around. Good news is Terry McLaurin.
Whoa!
I was just talking to Jaden this week about just trying to get the timing.
Hey, I landed,
spent a lot of time
got first shot,
try to get some reps.
Yeah, whatever you got, bro. Yeah.
And they're going up against. I don't know about you guys. That opening weekend.
Is that what he killed me with? I didn't even see it. What's going on, babe? You said, did you even go to sleep? No, I did not.
The Green
Bay Packers
gonna lie to you. Looked as a unit.
I just turned the stream on.
I know people,
but no, I've been locked in the whole time.
I think a lot of people are going to point to Micah Parsons, but
I'm gonna sleep when I'm dead.
Jeff Hafley and the combination of just second year in the system. Every time I stop the film, there's 11 jerseys flying to the football, and I think Parsons helped you really get this stadium engaged, and Mike being back probably helped with that. But it was as an electric of atmosphere. In fact, Matt LaFleur told me this week that it's been a long time since he's heard the stadium that loud, if ever, since he's been the head coach. So there's a lot of juice right now in Green Bay. There's a lot of belief.
Headache.
Jordan Love has really grown up. He sat there behind a Hall of Famer for 3 years. And very proud, by the way, from what he told me this week to be able to.
You don't want to be at home. You want to be at work making that money.
And then, he was kind of a young guy, and not only
you bored at work, it sound like that sounds like easy money to me, babe.
And now these guys have all had an opportunity to work together for these last couple years, and now his third year as a starter. They've grown, and I think they are now a team not only that's going to be fun to watch tonight, but as Ty will tell you, I think all year. I think they're legit NFC Championship.
I'm trying. That's why I hope I become an ambassador of this game, man.
And I think with this offense now in the third year of Matt.
Oh yeah, we got a third
with Jordan Love and the pieces that they have. Don't be shocked. I mean, Matthew Golden is a guy that. I think when you go back to the draft, a lot of people were talking about a lot of different guys. Golden, to me, I don't know if it'll happen tonight, but at some point, I think he's going to be a guy that could potentially be in the Rookie of the Year conversation. I think he's the guy that could be electrifying, ridiculous ball skills, and you put him into this system with the pieces that they have. I'm excited to see what he can do. But then again, he's going up against a defense that's got a lot of new faces up front. I don't know if you saw Ken Law last week. Holy cow. Just a game wrecker. Finally healthy. So, yeah, there's a lot, dude. This is
all right. I'm
this is
as excited
as I've been for a Thursday night game in a long time.
Let's go. You like that?
Yeah.
You talked about LaFleur talking about the environment being the loudest it's ever been. He has tried to get that stadium. Since he got there, he's a big one of these guys.
Yeah.
He's a big one of these in his pants with the eyebrows looking unbelievable. He will be super intense. He will do this one here. He understands the value of a good home field advantage. And I was told that when Micah went out there, the pop was outrageous. I mean, it was like a huge welcoming it, do it all. And then whenever he went out for the first third down, Mike McCarthy said, as soon as he went out there for first third down, the place won.
And when he got his sack, the place
went absolutely crazy. And then the boys went crazy too. It's like the vibes feel like very, very good for them. And if you're the Washington Commanders, they held the Giants to how many points last week?
6.
6 points.
Yuck.
They got to feel damn good about where they're at. And talking about feeling good, Amazon should feel great about this.
Yeah.
And this is, I'm pumped for you guys. We are all very pumped for you guys that this game is happening. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Kirk, I don't know if the coaches, give you any insight when you have your production meetings, but the Packers' offensive line's a bit banged up. Going to have some new guys in there, maybe not a ton of experience together. What do you think they do to try to help those guys out if, to maybe slow down this Washington rush? And is Josh Jacobs going to be able to find a way to pick up some valuable yardage on the ground?
Not surprised you're all over it. It's a huge story. Zach Tom, especially the right tackle. It's really sad that he ends up getting injured on a play that didn't even count. The potential pick six that Aiden Hutchinson pushed Jordan Love into him. He goes down, and I think it's going to be a game time decision. They're very, very hopeful, obviously, that he can go. But if he's down, he cannot go. Significant loss. Jordan Morgan also may have to go in and play some guard. Darian Kennard, who I think he's had one start in his career. That was last year, where he gave Lane Johnson a little bit of a break at Week 18 in Philly. If Zach Tom can't go, he'll probably be the guy that ends up starting. Anthony Belton, who's a rookie as well, kid out of NC State, probably gets some reps. But that is a big-time concern. This is an offense that wants to be balanced. Last week, you saw what they can do throwing the football. But if you really watch these guys, Josh Jacobs, I don't know if you can handpick a better back because of his physicality, because of the weather as the seasons change. He is a perfect fit for what LaFleur likes to do. But that line of scrimmage, I think, is a massive conversation tonight, especially if they're dinged up, going against Payne and Kinlaw and Armstrong and Wise. Dan Quinn said, hey, we got all the way to the NFC Championship game, but we had to make some changes. They brought in 4 guys to that defensive line. They upgraded a corner. So this is going to be a real test. This is kind of a litmus test to really find out how much Washington has improved as a unit, and especially on the defensive side of the ball against this Green Bay offense.
Dan Quinn always has good Ds. You would assume. Hold Giants to 6. I assume they're going to want to hunt tonight, especially if there's a couple guys out on an offensive line. Offensive line, not good, nothing good. Mm-hmm. That is just the story of every single game. Last question about tonight before we move on to different subjects. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, Herbie, a lot of people are talking about various different things. Packers offense, Micah, Jaden Daniels, et cetera, but no one's really talking about Bill Krosky-Merritt. No one really knew who this guy was when he got drafted. They trade Brian Robinson. He gets the lion's share of the carries on Sunday, and he looked unbelievable. Like, how big of an impact do you think he's going to have, not only tonight but the whole year on this team's offense?
I think it's huge, and I don't know if he just is Bill, straight up Bill. I was talking to their coaches about Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, who was at Arizona and only played 1 game last year because of some eligibility issues. And by the way, when he only got to play 1 game, they're trying to figure out the eligibility issues in Tucson. Dude's down at the scout team running against the first-team defense, trying to, instead of just saying, this is BS, why am I doing this? He kind of gives you a little bit about his attitude.
They show that video.
Draft pick, playing with a
chip
dude
on his
kicking
shoulder, that barrel
runs
through that
hungry,
fence.
and with Eckler more of a third-down guy, and with Brian Robinson, who's obviously no longer here, they moved him. It's a huge story, and this guy kind of came out of nowhere, won the job essentially in camp, and it's one of these feel-good stories because of his story and where he came from. But guy didn't play hardly at all. Nobody, including the Mel Kipers of the world, probably as much as they build their list of the draft, not a whole lot of people knew much about.
What you shaking your head for? I ain't gonna lie to you, baby. It's hot as a motherfucker up in here. I just need something to cool me off. I ain't even make that much. I got 2x12.
If they're gonna do their thing offensively, as much as we're gonna focus in on Jaden Daniels, our boy Bill, 22, is gonna have to be featured and have to have a big night.
All right, last question before we head to the digital world of YouTube.
What's the clock say?
You got 3 minutes.
Okay.
But
all right.
It's worthy of a good 3 minutes. We'll obviously wrap this thing up in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds talking about tonight's game.
Sure.
And we will expect you to give some sort of lean, even though I'm calling a game, I can't pick it. Okay. All right. Yeah, I hate that. But let's talk about the big weekend for college, especially for us. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, however, you guys are going to Knoxville, Tennessee, where Georgia has had their number the last 8. I believe in Heupel hasn't been good against Kirby since he's been there. But do you think there's a chance that this year, with this new Tennessee offense with Aguilar, has a chance against the Dogs?
Tone, I love your college football knowledge. I love it, man. I know you know the NFL inside and out, but I love how you get knee deep in the college world. I'm really falling in love with Aguilar. I don't know if it should be just because of the circumstances. I turned on the film this week, getting ready for this game, getting ready for that game.
I sure just saw like the fuck is going on. I didn't even realize I had that shit up. Still, I be forgetting to have that music up. I mean my desktop audio. Let's land on the block. The block is hot. The block is hot. Booty Bandits. Damn. Why he do me like that? Behind you, behind you. Get down on him. Nigga is nothing. That nigga is nothing. I ain't got no bullets. I ain't got no fucking bullets in none of my guns. This shit is crazy. Oh, what the fuck, bro? This shit keep getting caught on my fucking hair. Yeah, another one. Y'all got so many motherfuckers around y'all. And everybody fighting everybody. Good flank. But why am I landing in with the same shit I just died with? The fact that you don't drop any money in this game now is fucking insane, bro. Like, I don't know why they thought that. Like, what is that supposed to do? Because it don't speed the game up. Hasn't made people die faster. The circles still last the same, bro. Like, I personally just don't understand. Did we never go start this contract? I gotta stop doing that shit. We picked this bitch up. This motherfucker about to expire. And we ain't never ran to that hoe. No, I feel you. You got, you know what I'm saying? You gotta survive. Man, this motherfucker hitting. I ain't gonna lie. Since we killing, you know what I'm saying? damn, that nigga shredded me with that Hawk, bro. That Hawk don't ever do that when I got it. Fucking Hawk is the least favorite gun in this motherfucker. Well, I ain't gonna say it's my least favorite. Damn near. Good though. Oh yeah, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to do. We gotta get to this bounty though. I'm pretty sure this is bounty. Pretty sure that's bounty. Shit, might as well grab this other motherfucker. It's fucking cracking over here. Yeah, that's the motherfucker that killed me with the motherfucking. Oh yeah, hold on. You gonna be? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bet. No, we second circle. Alright, where that motherfucker at? Yeah, we gotta get on dog, guys. Oh yeah. Oh, that's that nigga PJ Tucker, or whatever the fuck his name is. That nigga has nothing on, and they just wouldn't let me get the finish. I don't know what dog was thinking. Did I not throw my load out? Oh yeah, I did. It's over here. Them boys thought they had me. Come grab your shit, gang. Bet. I was so wondering. I'm like, where the fuck the boys at? Nope, one just flew up on me. On roof. I'm about to spin the block on his ass now. Come on, nigga. Nigga, don't start nothing you can't finish, gang. Boom! Boom! Nah, nigga. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Oh, what happened to you, Brody? Oh, damn, it's a lot going on. Nah, hell, shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was already in mode, as you said it. I had already pre-programmed in my head. Oh, I'm like, this nigga flying. I'm like, where's this bounty? Oh, yeah, nah. Nah, you picked up my bounty, gang. Why you do that? Why you pick my bounty up? I needed that. I needed that. He ran right up, right when I'm talking about like not even 2 feet away from that motherfucker. Snatched that hoe. Then I took his life. I say that's a fair exchange. What y'all think, chat? I think so. Alright, Flo, what's going on? Going by you? Yeah, I hear him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Rello would have blew my ass up, no bull. Oh shit, hold on, who that? That nigga pulled up behind me with the shotty. Behind you, gang. Get your ass out the sky. And I need them plates, I ain't gonna lie. I'd die for an assassination. If that mean I can keep my 10. Oh yeah, who pulling up? Oh yeah, up top. Oh yeah. Oh, it sold me on the grapple hook. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going straight up. I ain't even. Oh shit! Trip mine. Nah, nigga, where you going? That nigga has nothing on. Yeah, me neither. I ain't gonna lie. He went somewhere. I'm getting shot at by somebody. Oh, I hear 2 up. Please pull up. Please pull up. This nigga putting trip mines and shit down. You are what we call a pussy. Oh, this nigga has. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm like, this nigga has the worst thing. Nigga, where you going? Where you going? Huh? Where you going? Where are you going? What's the nigga name? Suzuki? What kind of name is that? That wasn't his name, Chad, but y'all get what I'm saying. That shit was weird. I ain't gonna lie, I had this green hex on me this whole fucking time. Oh, Flo, you over here, gang. Oh, I see you. I'm about to put some rockets on his ass. I get close enough. Oh, I lied. It's another one farther in the air. Give me his ass. What is this nigga doing? I was wondering when that fucking backpack of yours was gonna drop. He on me, bro. It's 2 of them. One got up out of there myself. Oh, he pulled back up on me. Fuck, bro. I just got the self off. Damn. Damn, nigga, you got 19 with 9 assists. All right, Chris Paul, I see you. Don't do that to yourself. Oh, they sold you. They get somebody all the way up top. Yeah, good shit. Whoa. Whoa there, whoa there, whoa there. Let's capture this moment. Behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you. Then he pulled up with the shotgun. that's crazy. That boy should have died. Well, I mean, they only nerfed the gun about the last 6 updates. You know what I'm saying? Man, you damn near had to, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody was running that bitch. Then it got to a point, bro, where like you couldn't win a head up gunfight without it. Like unless you snuck somebody. But I picked that up so many times, bro, and I promise you I don't care for it. Nah. Yeah. I mean it's straight, but it hit like the normal little vulture to me though. Like I don't see like the difference as far as like between the two. Like if I pick up an M4 and that commander and then that enforcer, whatever the fuck it is, you could significantly tell the difference. I feel you. Dum 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 dum.
The Kamehameha.
Alright, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to take a fucking nap before I gotta go to this game, bro. Niggas done been up since 1 a.m. I'm tired of the hope. Alright then, gang. I'll be on tonight. For sure. Yeah, no, we gotta spin the block on them niggas. I can't end the day like that. Can't do it. Oh, I just can't do it. Alright, chat.